He opened up to her, told her about his past, his struggles, his trust issues, and then said he wasn't ready for a relationship. So let me get this straight. You're emotionally available, enough to tell me everything, but not enough to commit. Yeah, that's not vulnerability. That's convenience. Welcome to Ghosted and Toasted, the podcast where modern dating horror stories are served with a side of humor. I'm Jennifer, and if you've ever dealt with someone who felt so close but somehow just out of reach, this episode is for you. Today we're talking about emotional unavailability, what it looks like, why it's so confusing, and why people stay in it way longer than they should. And this one pulls you in. Let's get into it. So this girl meets a guy through a mutual friend. At first he's quiet, reserved, a little hard to read, but that's what pulls her in. He's not overly talkative, but when he does open up, it feels real. He tells her about his past relationship, how it ended badly, how it messed with his trust, how he doesn't let people in easily anymore. And she listens. And naturally, she starts to feel closer to him because vulnerability creates connection. They start spending more time together. Not constant, but consistent enough. Late night conversations, deep talks, moments where it feels like they're the only two people in the world. He's not overly affectionate, not overly expressive, but just enough to keep her there. And every now and then, he pulls her in. Says something like, I don't usually talk to people like this. You're different. I feel comfortable with you. And that's all it takes. Because now she feels special. But every time the conversation gets close to commitment, he pulls back. I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm still healing. I don't want to hurt you. And instead of leaving, she stays because she understands, because she's patient, because she thinks eventually he'll be ready. Months go by. Nothing changes. Same cycle. Closeness, distance, vulnerability, withdrawal. Then one day he disappears. No big argument, no explanation, just gone. And a few weeks later, she finds out he's in a relationship with someone else. Posting, smiling, doing all the things he said he wasn't ready for. And now she's left thinking, how was he ready for her, but not for me? And that's the part that hurts the most. So red flag or just unhinged? Let's break this down. Red flag number 1, emotional depth without consistency. Just because someone opens up doesn't mean they're ready. Red flag number 2, I'm not ready statements. Again, people hear right now, but a lot of the time it means not with you. Red flag number 3, push and pull behavior. That cycle keeps you emotionally invested without giving you anything stable. So verdict, red flags, emotionally unavailable. Toast or roast? Roast to emotional unavailability because it gives just enough to keep you hooked, but never enough to feel secure. And toast to self-awareness because at some point you have to stop trying to understand them and start protecting yourself. Unsent text. The text you probably wanted to send. You said you weren't ready, but you were ready for her. And the truth is, he probably meant exactly what he said. He wasn't ready, not for her. And that's a hard truth, but it's still the truth. If you've ever dealt with someone emotionally unavailable, I want to hear your story. Send it in and I might feature it. Make sure you follow Ghosted and Toasted and share this with someone who keeps making excuses for someone who won't commit. Next episode, we're talking about dating app burnout and why it feels so exhausting now. Until then, don't ignore the red flags.